Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Shelby, and I appreciate the time you're taking out of your day to watch this review. If you do like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're notified anytime I upload a new video. So with that being said, grab your coffee, grab your wine, or your water, and let's get this review started. So as you can tell from the title, the book I'm going to be reviewing today is Way of the Peaceful Warrior by Dan Millman. This book was actually recommended to me by my boyfriend. He said it's very insightful. It includes ideals from Socrates and Plato, one of the greatest philosophers of our time. And there's actually more than one book to this series, and it's become one of the most beloved spiritual sagas, and it's a multi-million bestseller that's been translated into more than 20 languages. So the basic plot of this book is it's about the author Dan Millman, and he's a gymnast. He's 26 years old, and he feels like something is missing from his life. And after a nightmare, he decides to go out for a walk, and he comes across this gas station, and who he meets in there is who is known as Socrates. That's just what he calls him throughout this book. His real name's never revealed. And you kind of go through this journey of all these teachings that Dan learns throughout his entire life, which is probably why there's more than one book about it, because as you will read this, you can see that these practices and ideals do take time to fully learn and comprehend. Throughout this book, I found that there were times where I did have to reread certain concepts because I didn't really understand it fully the first time. So after multiple readings of it, I felt I had enough of a grasp of each of these teachings that Socrates was teaching Dan throughout the book. And with these teachings, he puts in perspective by telling a story of how this can be applied, which I thought was really cool and also really helpful in understanding. Also, be ready to feel called out in this book. It's basically the message that I got from this. I think this book can be interpreted in many ways. Is that we are responsible for our own happiness. Our circumstances are ours alone, and we have the power to change that. And I think that's a really important message, and definitely something that I needed to learn, because I think we all can be guilty and blame our problems on other things, when in fact it's really up to us to change our circumstances. This book made me laugh, it made me cry, it made me realize a lot of things about myself that maybe I didn't realize before. I will give a trigger warning if you are sensitive to suicide. I would not recommend reading that, because there is a part in this book, one of the stories, to instill a concept that deals with that. So if you're sensitive to that type of thing, please don't read this book. But overall, I really loved it. It was a quick read. It's only 200 pages. And I also found out, once I started reading this book, that it is also a movie. So I will definitely have to check that out and see how it compares. I highly recommend this book. I think as adults and as we're going through life, we can always learn. And I think that's what is amazing. And lastly, I really appreciate my boyfriend Dave recommending this book to me. He always kind of knows what kind of books I need to read, maybe at the right time, or maybe he just doesn't realize it's at the right time when I need it. But I just want to say thanks to my boyfriend Dave, give him a shout out. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. The next review I will be doing is on Brittany Louise Taylor's highly anticipated book, Saintsville. I'm still waiting for it to get here in the mail, but as soon as it's here, I'm hoping to have another review up in the next week or two. And also, if you guys have read this book, I would love to hear your thoughts, or if you haven't read it but are intrigued, I would love to hear that as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.